legacy. Like, you have 2 weeks to leave your legacy. And then ever since then, it's been like really motivating because he knows exactly what to say to motivate me, and like legacy has been my word.
Yeah.
So.
But you left it.
It's Algonquin College's 3rd annual Relay for Life. So it started on March 22nd, it's now March 23rd. Relay for Life is a 12-hour fundraiser for the Canadian Cancer Society. It's actually the Society's biggest fundraiser, and it's run through schools, communities, and post-secondary institutions across Canada, the US, and other countries. So participants sign up in teams, and they raise money throughout the year. And our event is usually, post-secondary events are in March, so our participants raise money all year, and our event is like a big celebration of all the money that everyone's raised, so it's super fun. The money goes directly into programming and research and all these different things to help cancer patients and their families get through the diagnosis and the treatment. It's an incredible way to give back and to get involved in your community.
So we're all here because cancer has touched our lives. We've come here today for different reasons, but also the same reason. Because an estimated 131,000 new cases of cancer will be diagnosed in Canada this year, and an estimated 76,000 Canadians will lose their lives. We're all here because we know something must be done and that the Canadian Cancer Society has the power to make this change. The Canadian Cancer Society is leading with funding the best cancer research, services, and prevention education across the nation.
Relay for Life symbolizes and honors a cancer patient's journey. For the thousands of Canadians fighting cancer right now, their journey is long and hard. From the shock of the initial diagnosis, through the long, hard days of treatment, and the long nights that follow for them. Cancer never sleeps, so tonight, neither do we. So when I was in the 9th grade, I went to a high school that was very much all about Relay and all about charity and giving back, and our biggest thing was Relay for Life. So everyone participated. We all just got in teams of our friends, signed up, and went every year. It was kind of a thing. From the moment I stepped into the Relay for Life post-secondary youth program at the Canadian Cancer Society, I fell in love with what it was doing. It was empowering hundreds and hundreds of students to make a difference in their communities and raise life-saving funds for a cause that we're all affected by. Everybody knows somebody. And the coolest thing is that you actually have the power to make a difference. You have the power to make the change. I graduated actually today. I had my last class of post-secondary today, which is really exciting, and my last Relay for Life event as co-chair today. I think it was drastically different than any other year I've been involved in Relay, because I really felt like this was my final year to leave my legacy behind. And this year was different because actually a year ago this week we lost one of our beloved members of our community. Her name was Emma, and she was a co-chair at one of our universities and she did Relay for Life there, and she was one of the best student leaders in the program. I know for me, and I know it's not just me, a lot of other people that were friends with her and that are also in the program really felt her loss, and we felt that we needed to relay in honor of her. Okay, this is crazy because Catherine gave me this letter, okay? And Catherine and I aren't very close, but we kind of got closer after Emma died. And she popped out of nowhere today, literally nowhere. She's like, I'm here, I have something for you. And I was like, what? Okay, so I met with her, and she gives me this letter, and she's like, I feel like you're gonna need this today. It says, Kelsey, I know this time of year is very busy and stressful, especially with Relay coming up. I imagine this month will be particularly difficult for you because it's almost the anniversary of Emma's passing. I want to let you know that I'm here for you during this time. Please make sure to take care of your physical and mental health. If you ever need anything, please let your Relay family know. We're here to support you and each other during tough times. Love, Catherine.
That was so amazing of her.
Oh, like this is literally why I love the program. Like it's such a family. Or like come all the way out here just to give it to me and then be like, yeah, I'm going to the gym after. Like this is so out of her way. At Relay for Life, we have a really cool event within the event called the Luminary Ceremony, and it's just a time that we take with our participants to step back and really be intentional about why we're here and what we're doing. It's actually really cool. So throughout the event, before this specific ceremony, we have our participants decorate these really cute, just plain white paper bags with messages of hope, wisdom, and love to the ones that we've lost and who are fighting. So usually how a luminary ceremony works is we start with a few survivor speakers or people who share their stories with those they've lost. And this year we actually had an open mic at our ceremony. So we just allowed our participants to go up and share what they wanted to share on their kind of own terms. So we opened the mic to anyone and everyone who wanted to join. And we got a lot of people up and told their stories. Lots of survivors told their stories. People told their stories about who they've lost and what really means to them. And it was really cool to just kind of open up the floor to whoever wanted to talk.
But I wanted to talk a little bit about why I relay. So when I was in high school, when I was 15, I'd been going through a lot of medical issues for the years leading up to that. And I never really knew what they were. We never really knew what they were, me and my family. But a big part of that is because those of you who have faced cancer either as a survivor or as a friend or family to a survivor know that we deny these things and we pretend that they're not happening. So despite the fact that I had on more than one occasion hemorrhage to the point of passing out, I kind of pretended it was nothing. Until finally my dad ordered for an MRI and said we needed to figure this out. And when I got the MRI, it came back that I had cancer. It's hard to know that something that you've thought about since you were a little girl, and I have such a wonderful mother, and I want to be that to someone. And I know there are other ways, but it doesn't change the fact that I don't get to be pregnant and I don't get to have my own kid. So that's why I relay, because I don't want that to be other people's reality.
So here to relay for my mother, who passed away from cancer, my uncle who passed away from cancer, many other family members and friends who are dealing with cancer. So where my story began was in grade 5, when I found out that my mom was diagnosed with cancer. And as a grade 5, you don't really know what it's all about. And kids at school start asking you, oh, like, has your mom's hair started to fall out yet? What's going on? I'm like, what are you talking about? Hair falling out, like what? And then a couple years in, you finally learn to realize, oh, chemotherapy, oh my God, look what it's doing to one of the people that you love.
Those lights up there, they really go to show that you're keeping them alive and their spirits are with us here through you.
For all of you coming out tonight, it means so much that I get to be a part of this with all of you to help cure cancer, and I'm glad that I have my best friends by my side here to help me through this.
And then during the ceremony, we have committee members that have put little tea lights in these paper bags and put them all along the track. And we turn the lights down low, we have some survivor talks, we play some lower kind of chill vibe music, and we just have a chance to walk around the track and read all of these luminaries with all of these stories of people who have lost their loved ones. And it's really emotional for a lot of people. And it's really special because you're at this super fun hype event, but you have this hour within this 12-hour event where everyone just kind of is quiet and still in their mind, and they're just kind of taking a step back and thinking about, you know, why am I here? What am I doing this for? Who have I lost? Why do I relay? And it can be really life-changing for a lot of people. Personally, it's been a really big factor in how I've processed my grief, because you can write really cool messages of hope. It's kind of freeing. It's kind of illuminating. And it's really beautiful when you're walking around the track and you see hundreds of stories and hundreds of names of people who have passed away or who are fighting, and it really just sheds light upon why we relay and why we spend all year planning these events and just why we do what we do. All right, so we just want to thank you guys for staying all night. You guys are the real MVPs. I know it's hard, it's not easy, but we really appreciate you guys staying all night and doing this with us, because We love this and we love you, and we're so excited to announce our totals. So without further ado,
my legs hurt. Keep going.
a round of applause. So 3 years ago, I brought this event to Algonquin, and it was really special and really hard to actually start an event at a college. The demographic is really difficult. There's nothing to go from. Like Tyler and I worked really hard with a few other committee members to make this real and get it going. And now, 3 years later, Tyler and I are saying our goodbyes, and it's a little emotional because it's been my whole life, the last 3 years. It's been really important to me, but I am confident that in the next year when I give it, no, I'm moving you over. When I give this over, I am completely confident that giving my whole baby and my event to Caitlin, that she will do great things with it. So I'm handing the baton to you.
Just another round of applause for Kelsey. Like, this is absolutely amazing.